Hello, everyone. It is Sunday, April the 14th. Happy April the 14th. Welcome back to another exciting installment of Ranking Atari 2600 Games. I'm Matt. Mike is here.
What's up, guys?
And we are here for episode 10. We've, we're about to have done 10 of these suckers.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Never thought we would make it this far, but here we are. We are excited to jump into another batch of games to entertain, but also to educate, to teach the masses about the mass of 2600 games that never necessarily had a chance to shine. Like Minds of Minos, our new number 3 from last week.
Really, really interesting game. Super cool.
Cool ass game.
Yeah.
And from the episode before that, we had Riddle of the Sphinx. Just totally out of left field. Never heard of it.
Same.
Ended up being an amazing game thanks to a viewer suggestion. And as always, thank all of you for suggesting games to look at and for continuing to watch and continuing to enjoy them.
Absolutely.
We're still having a blast going through these, and hopefully this batch of 6 will be no different.
Hell yeah.
So by the end of this episode, we will have a top 60. Very exciting.
Feels like it's starting to be a real list.
Yeah, once you break that 50 mark, it starts it starts feeling like we're really doing something here.
Definitely.
And the list does have some conspicuous absences still because we're not necessarily going in chronological order or order of popularity. We're just sort of winging it. Um,
Yeah.
but eventually those conspicuous absences will be filled and on the list, and it's going to continue to come together.
Yeah. Sooner or later, that random number generator is going to choose a game that's super popular.
It will, and everyone will probably yell at us for not making it number 1, but
Probably.
that's how the science works. We have to take our hearts out of it. We have to look at things objectively, and I think we've done a really good job of that so far. It can be hard, separating our own feelings from the scientific nature of it, but
Sure.
uh, time and time again, the peer review process has turned out to be, you know, uh, it works. The science works. What can we say?
Absolutely. Yeah. What
Well, are
game?
we ready to jump into our first game?
Absolutely. Let's do it. We're gonna jump right into the sports game first this week. Uh,
Oh, sports.
this one
Sports out the gate.
This one's pretty cool, and I'm not gonna lie. All right, it is Super Football by Atari, the
Super football.
1988 game. So pretty late in the console's life.
Yeah, look at this fancy splash screen.
Uh,
That's how you
so
know it's a 1988 game.
so this game is it's nice and colorful, and it's very it's pretty. It's might actually be deeper than our first football game that we have the highest on the list. What was that? Real Sports Football. In that
Yeah.
this game has not only plays but formations to choose from
Ooh.
on offense, and then defense it does like some other crazy shit, and it's pretty wild. You basically have to have the manual up to know what the hell you're choosing, which is pretty par for the course when it came to games that did this type of uh like play selection. You basically just use um the joy the movement of the joystick to decide what plays you're choosing. It's kind of hard to tell at first, but you'll see when you're on offense the numbers in the very upper left hand corner will change um
Mhm.
based on how you move the joystick, and it'll determine uh what your what formation you've chosen. I'll let it
Oh, I
run.
see.
I'll let it run for a second and give you an idea of what the formations are.
Okay.
It'll just keep choosing the same play over and over again for me. And, the computer will probably score, but it'll be fine. So basically, on offense, you move the joystick left and right to choose
Mhm.
between 1 and 9, and that's your formation. And basically, the formations 1 through 7 are offensive formations, and then 8 and 9 are like punt and field goal.
Okay.
And then on defense, you choose then there's the second number which goes from 1 to 4, and it's an offensive pattern which basically can cause the receiver to like run different routes based on what you choose. Sacked. Paying attention. Um which is pretty crazy that it has like its own like bit of intelligence there when it comes to that type of stuff. Because anybody that knows football, like basically the way it works nowadays is you choose a play that has several different routes that several receivers, goddamn, will run, and then they basically kind of just do their own thing like after a moment if the play continues at that point. Um,
Mhm.
but this is basically them running a route and then like running a basic idea of a route and then you telling them like where it's going they're going after that. It seems to be much more of like from how I understand it, how real life football works when it comes to like what they call. Like I just threw an interception. They'll call they call like basically what the package is of like how many receivers there are and where they line up and things like that. Um and then they'll call things that determine like what routes are ran and so on and so forth. So it seems far more realistic than how it works nowadays. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, definitely more depth than real sports football
Yeah,
in many ways.
for sure.
So, uh, so I'm going to need some help with some of the basics here.
Okay,
So, the number of yards you need for first down is the number next to the flag, right?
correct. Yes. It's
And then,
always 10, and there's always 4 downs.
all right, and what down I'm on, that's the vertical lines in like the bottom left of the scoreboard, right?
I believe. Me
So if there's
turning on
one
camera
line,
again. Yes, I would say yes. That's what that is.
okay. So, so I'm not doing too hot.
Oh, I'm not
I've got
either. I've thrown 2 interceptions and I'm losing 14 to nothing. So
yeah.
not
I've
great.
been scored on twice here. So so the first digit is the formation and the second digit is the play for that formation, right?
Correct.
So is there a guideline as to like which formations are for running and which formations are for passing, or do I have
There is so basically the run if you want to run the ball, it's formation 1 or formation 3. Formation 1
okay,
is run the ball right, formation 3 is run the ball left.
okay.
Oh, the computer just scored again. Jeez.
Yeah, I just got an interception, or
Um
they got an interception on me.
and then there's like there if 5 and 6 will motion the uh halfback, I guess. Left or right. It's very strange.
Interesting.
So basically, the idea is you'll have your quarterback, you'll have two guys that are gonna block, and then you have um no, like, that was an option to pass, option to run, but he didn't run. I don't know. I've honestly never gotten it to run the ball.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's one of those things where you have to like, oh shit, nope, let's throw an interception. Trying to maybe get the ball to the other guy.
So yeah, to run the ball, like it seems like all I have to do is uh like if I select a 1 or a 3 play,
Mm.
then once I receive the ball, I can just start moving and start running it.
Well, you can do that
And
anyway. Anyway, as you get the ball, it's going to you're always able to just um,
just start running it.
yeah, yeah. Um, so
Ooh, I'm about to score, I think.
hey,
Hell yeah, I got a touchdown.
good job.
Awesome. So, I guess, is it always an extra point or can I go for 2?
I think it's always an extra point. Oh shit!
That makes sense.
I didn't even notice. He just fucking ran the. How did he do that? He just ran the ball. I wasn't even paying attention. Was that there fucking manning up the dude, like trying to? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah,
Oh, this isn't good.
this game seems deeper, but at the same time, it's a bit confusing.
Yeah. Well, depth is a double-edged sword, right? Like I think
Yeah,
one of the reasons real sports football succeeded so well is because it does kind of pare things down to the most essential mechanics. Because
right.
you're on an Atari 2600, you have one button, and you do have to make things a little simpler. And in this one, it looks like they're trying to add more depth to it because by 1988, the world has experienced Tecmo Super Bowl and more true to life football games.
True. That's very true. To take into account. Yeah. Like
And
1988. I mean, hell, you have the Sega Genesis out at this point with football games.
oh yeah, that's true. I think Madden was still a few years off at that point, but things were definitely starting to get more realistic.
For sure.
And like I'm sort of understanding what's going on. Um I think I might try to bring the manual up and see if I can get like an idea of like a better idea of what plays to call and stuff.
Yeah.
So let me pull it up real quick, see if I can make some more sense of this.
Goodness. Right. It just failed to convert, I think. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it did.
Oh geez, I was looking at Super Challenge Football. That's a much different game. Oh yeah, this is a pretty thick instruction manual
Yeah, it's pretty chunky.
relative to other games on the system here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Why am I looking for ocean prevent defense? Fucking ball sacks.
Well, it says at game level 1, novice plays are automatically selected.
Mm-hmm. We're not playing on novice. We're playing on the difficulty. above that.
Oh, okay. So I guess it defaulted to 2.
Yeah, it defaults to 2.
Okay.
I'm getting absolutely annihilated. 35 to nothing.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing great either. So yeah, 8 and 9 is punt and field goal formation. Uh, so pass would be 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Oh geez.
Yeah, dude. I don't even know.
Yeah, like the the thing about like okay, so as a non-football fan in general,
Hmm.
like I don't hate it or anything, I just don't watch or, I'm not that into it. The thing that always stymied me about football video games is the part where you have like the little diagram with all of the X's and O's showing where all the players are going and, you know, trying to figure out what that actually means. And
Right.
yeah, this game is going, pretty hard on that stuff.
Oh, I just got flipping sacked.
Yeah, I've yet to complete a pass. I have managed to run, do a couple runs, but I think that was more luck than anything.
Oh. Right, I think they got the ball
Oh, why'd you throw that way?
back.
I was holding the other direction, you jerk. Oh, maybe the downs is the number of flags next to the number of yards.
Oh, maybe. It says somewhere what that means, but I can't. Hey, we stopped. Oh yeah, you are. You're right. That is the downs.
Okay.
That is the downs. 100% is what.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I wonder what the vertical lines are then.
I think it's what quarter it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, yeah, I just stopped them and now it's second down. Okay. And they have 5 yards to go.
Ow! Oh, okay. Computer's just hacking over here. He just
So yeah,
ran
they're
right through one of my dudes.
they're beating me 34-7.
42 to nothing. Getting
Oh, well, at least I
annihilated.
scored.
Dude,
So
I haven't even come close yet.
so unlike in real sports football, when I get control of the ball, I actually have to run it back. So
Hmm.
so they kick it down the field, I receive it, and okay, that was a pretty good run. Uh, I'm at the 25-yard line. So just trying to talk myself through this here. I still don't know which plays to call in what situation. Like that stuff is still kind of totally over my head.
Same. Yeah.
But I can at least know whether I'm trying to pass or trying to run. Um, okay, so I'm going to cheat and pause the emulator here and bring up the manual. Let's see if I can
Oh, got it.
show this on screen here.
Completed a
So
pass.
so here are the 9 offensive formations. So it shows you where your quarterback is and the wide receiver and halfback and tight end, which I don't know what those are actually. Um,
Uh,
but
so
yeah,
it's basically just where they line up along the line of scrimmage. Um,
okay,
Basically the halfback and the tight end are going to end up being the same a lot.
okay. So yeah, on the offensive patterns here, we get a diagram with the line of scrimmage. So here's the quarterback down, uh, below the line of scrimmage.
Look, I just can't possibly run the fucking ball with the quarterback to save my goddamn life.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Fuck
Which,
this.
you know,
I'm out.
real sports football was kind of similar, where running the ball wasn't really much of an option. I mean, still, even when I play that, today, the only way I can really score is by passing the ball.
Right.
So I think I'm going to just try to stick with passes and hope for the best. So, okay. Okay, so 1 and 4 are runs, but you have the option to pass. Okay.
Oh, so hard to tell where the first down. Not having the first down line on the fucking field really sucks.
Oh yeah, that's real sports football had that, right?
I honestly can't remember if it's son of a goddamn bitch. If it did or
Oh,
not.
it did.
Dude,
Huh.
the computer is just relentless with passing the ball. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Halftime. Do I get the ball back?
Is there a fun halftime show?
I think I get the ball. I think they get.
Aw. Hey, I caught a ball. Would you look at that? Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the exact same play again. Hey, I caught the ball again, and I made it down the field. Nice.
Nice.
First down, 48-yard line. Play 34.
Uh,
Oh no! Wait, did I catch?
oh.
Oh, I thought they intercepted it, but I guess I caught it. Okay, second down. Play number 34. Let's go. Oh, I didn't catch it that time. All right.
How? How?
Maybe give play number 32 a shot on third down here. Hey, I caught it. Oh, 1 yard to go. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to run the ball.
I have
Play number.
absolutely no idea how to play defense in this game.
Oh yeah, me either.
It's
Go,
just.
go, 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 go. 1 yard. Come on. I didn't make it.
Oh no.
That's not good.
That's very sad.
It is.
Oh. I'm trying so hard to intercept the ball and I'm just missing it every time. Oh my gosh. I feel like the defense is at a distinct disadvantage here.
Yeah.
Like they get to motion people, they get to fucking.
Yeah, I didn't even really look at the defensive formations because
Oh, Lordy Jesus.
too much to wrap my brain around. I'm just going to pick numbers and hope for the best.
There's just no reason to ever choose that play. Ever.
I wish it would let me control the player closest to the ball.
Right?
Like,
I hate being stuck controlling the same damn player every time. That
yeah,
really
like
sucks.
is there a way to switch players or what?
Nope.
What are we doing here?
Fucking 49-0. If I wasn't recording this game, I would have quit fucking 40 points ago.
Oh yeah.
It's basically impossible to run the ball against the computer. Like the computer just fucking they move faster than you.
Yeah.
Cheating. Anyway, you're having luck with 34, huh?
Yeah.
let's try it out.
Yeah, I was just picking 34 and passing it to the guy on left, and I managed to complete a couple passes that way.
Okay. Like insta throwing it to him?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh nope, they intercepted the ball. Cool.
Oh.
All right, great.
Well, no one ever called me a super football strategist. 34, let's go. This game looks pretty nice.
It looks cool.
Like moving your way down the field in a, sort of pseudo 3D
Like,
perspective.
the offensive player is seriously faster than me.
Yeah.
What the shit? Oh, now they fucking... Oh my god. Oh! I was there! Why didn't I intercept it? And they just scored a fucking touchdown. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Alright. Getting blown out 56-0. I think I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, there's stuff going on in this game.
I mean, it's deep. It's just none of it seems to matter.
Yeah. And like between us, you're the one who knows football somewhat well and has played other football video games. So if either of us would be equipped to understand this game, it would be you. And like if even you're struggling with it, then I think that's a lot against it.
Like, I just don't... I don't understand. Like, okay, yeah, all right. Like, literally, my own fucking player just got in my way.
Yeah, you can't really you can't choose which player you're controlling. You can't like you can't adapt.
Trying to throw the ball is like fucking... Might as well just punt it every time.
Yeah.
I think that was a field goal instead of a punt.
Yeah, I think 8 is field
Yeah.
goal, 9 is punt.
Nope, it's the other way around.
Oh,
Just trying to kick like a 75-yard field goal. Oh,
I
of
mean,
course, yeah, you know.
it could happen.
Hey, I finally fucking intercepted the ball. It's a goddamn miracle.
Nice.
Holy Jesus.
I think I just punted on first down.
I don't
That's
even
not
know.
what.
I have no idea what play I just chose. Running. Fuck it.
And my guy just moved right through their guy.
Hey, I got a first down. Look at that.
Nice.
On play 51, whatever that is.
Ooh, they just botched that extra point. How embarrassing
What?
for them.
And then I'd get fucking insta-gibbed.
I mean, this would be a better game if you could give your opponent.
Yeah. Mutiny
Mutant League
football, man. It's got something
Yep.
going there.
Yeah.
Hey, you got another first down on the same 5-1 play. I found a cheat. Let's see. Motion
Yeah.
motion in one direction, run in the other direction. That seems to work. Yeah, it seems to work pretty well.
Oh, that's good.
See if I can keep
Yeah.
going.
The way you do well in this game is you just figure out which number the opponent isn't able to deal with, and you just pick that number over and over again.
Oh, well, kind of worked that time. Let's see. They did choose a different defense, which is interesting.
Oh.
Oh, shit. I fucked that up. Oh, fuck.
Adaptive AI.
I got a first down, though. Good. All right. Fourth quarter. 7 minutes left. Let's see if I can score a touchdown at least.
You can pull it out. I have faith in you.
Oh, got multiple blockers. I wish they'd go up the field and block. That would be nice.
Hey, completed a pass. 34, let's go. You know how players have numbers on their jerseys?
Mm-hmm.
That number represents their favorite play in Super
Right.
Football.
In Super Football.
Yeah. So number 34, they just pick play number 34 every time.
Nice.
Oh, it didn't work that time.
So far, I am currently unstoppable with
Yeah.
play number. Hey, I scored! Let's go!
Nice.
Get wrecked.
What'd you say? 51?
51, baby.
Okay.
51. So the receiver starts on one side and then they motion to the left. They start to the right and
mm.
motion to the left. Let them finish doing that, and as soon as you get the ball, just fucking run in a diagonal direction around your blockers on the right. And it's like 6 yards every time.
Oh, okay. Well, I just let them score, so once I have control of the ball again, I will try that. Beating me 76-7. Let's go.
But no, let me choose my play. Oh man, come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, cheater.
All right, return that ball. I think that dude just kicked me. That's not allowed.
Oh, did they fucking go again? Motioning. You're not allowed to. Should not be. Ugh. Cheating.
Hey, play 51 worked for me.
Hey, let's go.
Let's try that again.
What? Hey, I got another interception. Let's fucking go. Play 51. Here we go.
I think I didn't give it enough time. All right, 51. My own dude was tripping me up.
Yeah, you got to get around your own dude. Oh, piss. I only got 2 yards that time.
Hey, first down.
Yeah.
All right, 51.
There we go. Oh, no! Oh, I think they finally figured out how to stop play 51 on my game.
Oh no. Adaptive AI.
They cheated. They like insta fucking broke the blocker.
Ah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. They've adapted.
Hey, first
They're
down.
cheating. All right. Let's kick a field goal. I think we can make
Right,
it from here.
Blossom.
Oh, probably not, actually. Yeah, no. That did not go in at all.
All right, 51. Let's go. No,
Oh,
Blossom.
poopy butts. I chose the wrong button.
All right, 3rd and 2. Play 51. Let's go.
What is that?
All right, first down.
Nice.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, so
Oh my god. It's no fair. Dude, it is no fair that the receiver is just so much faster than you.
yeah. All right, I think I'll just keep doing this over and over.
How okay? So the computer is just faster than you. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done with this game.
Okay. Let me see if I can score with this play 51 strategy
All right.
because I am working my way down the field.
Nice. I just got scored on again. It's 63-7.
All right, first down.
I have 2 minutes and something left.
Oh shit, that's right. There's a time limit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, that ruins my whole strategy. I mean, I might be able to make it to the end zone before time runs out.
Yep. They are 100% just refusing to allow me to run the ball now.
Hmm. All right, 3rd and 1.
We're gonna do play 51. We're gonna throw the ball this time. I'm gonna fuck them up.
It's never been done before.
Except for my dude doesn't throw the ball anywhere close to the receiver. Cool, thanks. Fucking dolt.
This coach is drunk. No one would call that play. Ugh.
Throw the
All right,
ball! What the fuck?
2nd and 8.
Okay, apparently I ran past the line of scrimmage.
All right, 3rd and 4.
There, I punted.
Nice.
Happy. Fucking cheating bastard. That was a
I am
terrible.
happy.
That was an awful punt. Oh my god. Why did I even punt the ball? I literally
I think it lost some yards there.
we just punted the ball 5 yards.
4th and 6. I'm going for it.
5 yards. Oh, well,
Right.
okay.
Block them. Or let me through. Okay, hey, I scored.
Hey, congrats.
Thank you. All right, let's see if I get the extra point here. It's good.
Let's go. I mean, the computer is.
Okay, we can stop playing this now.
Fucking Christ. What? Ugh.
Super football.
Not very super. Let me tell you.
I've seen more super football games in my time.
Yeah.
It's the wrong window.
Real sports football is 5 years ahead of its time and way better.
Yeah, like it's simpler, but I don't think making the game more complex made it better.
It just made it hard. I mean, so there are difficulties, quote unquote, that it has like difficulties just based on how many minutes quarter there are. Well, it was
Well, I kind of want to play on difficulty 1 because it said it just selected your play for you.
right, yeah. So we were playing on standard, which is 7-minute quarters, which is like the default difficulty. And you can play on an easier difficulty. It's only 3-minute quarters though.
Oh.
So it is interesting that the difficulty also determines how long the game is, which is weird.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
know. Real sports football just had one 15-minute quarter, and I think that was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. So we're saying the game is worse than real sports football.
Oh,
Let's start there.
1000%, yes.
Okay.
It is worse than real sports football.
I'd rather play Kung Fu Master.
Mm-hmm. I'd rather play Atlantis.
Yeah. I'd rather play Dodgem.
Yeah, I mean, dodging was fun.
Yeah.
Boxing is a more fun sports game.
Yeah, I think Home Run is a more fun sports game.
Yeah, even though we kind of figured out the cheat for that, but still made it fun.
Yeah, I think for a platform like the 2600, the best sports games are the ones that sort of lean into the simplicity.
Yeah.
And when you try to overcomplicate it, there are limitations of the system that make that hard. Like you have the one button controller. This is like it's not powerful enough to like put a first down line on the field. You know,
Right.
you
Yeah. And I mean, go ahead.
the amount of information that it gives you is just way too limited. Like,
Yeah. And
yeah,
the fact that it has to it's clearly that it has to make the computer faster to make up for the fact that otherwise it probably wouldn't be a challenge.
right, yeah, it has to put that rubber banding in there.
Yeah.
Which is
not
never a
great.
good feeling. Like
No, it's not.
you want to feel like you're like whether you're doing well or doing bad, you want to feel like it's based on your own ability. You don't want to feel like, the computer is cheating to make up for
Right.
a lack of, sophistication. Um,
So
and
I'm gonna say this: the game's not broken. It works. It works fine.
yeah,
So
it does.
the question is it worse than Alfred Challenge? Is it
Uh,
worse than Breakout?
it's not worse than Breakout. No, I don't know. Like I did manage to score a couple times, and
Well, okay, so tennis was awful, right? Because we it was just basically impossible to score against.
right, and fishing derby is kind of the same. Like
Fishing derby was kind of the same. Like I got decent at it there towards the end and was able to beat the computer. But yes, fishing derby was also not great in
yeah,
that instance. So I guess the is that there? Like, is it the new 44? Is it better than tennis, worse than fishing derby, or is it worse
uh,
than tennis?
I mean, I think I would rather try to play Super Football again, just because, like, than Fishing Derby, just
Yeah,
because Fishing Derby is so simple
yeah,
and it is so based on randomness. Whereas with Super Football, I feel like if I sat down with the manual and I really tried, I could come up with strategies. Like I felt like that was happening to an extent. Like I was finding plays that worked.
right, right.
And fishing derby is just, is the shark on my side? Yes, no. Are the fish on their
Yeah,
side?
yeah,
Yes, no.
yeah,
Um so
yeah.
for that reason, I think I would rather play it than fishing derby, but as far as like having fun goes, I think Cocoa Nuts is more fun.
I agree. Okay. I mean, it's definitely a game that did that. It um based on what it is science says it's going to be down here somewhere. It's just
Yeah.
basically like yeah, I'm totally fine with that placement. That's fine.
Yeah, like it's definitely no, chase the truck wagon. It's no like
No,
Gauntlet is it's easier to wrap your head around.
right,
Spider-Man is a little, the controls are a little broken, but that's easier to wrap your head around.
right. I mean, even with the as poor of a time as I had with Spider-Man because of my inability to even like once succeed at the objective of the game, like it was still like more fun. There's like still, you know, more to it than this game when it came to like feeling like I could succeed. Like, yes, I scored that one time, but I also like then immediately the game was just like, no, you can't do that anymore. We're just gonna like the computer just actively like changed the way that it was defending me to where it was still covering like the other part of the play like it would normally, but it was like preventing the it was like preventing my players from executing what they're supposed to execute on their side of the field to like allow me to get around them. Like my guys just stopped being able to block them for some reason.
Yeah, like the fact that your own teammates kind of ruin your plays, that's a big bummer. So, better than fishing derby, worse than cocoa nuts.
For sure.
Okay, that sounds right to me. So, congratulations to Super Football by Atari, our new number 43 best game of all time. Um yeah, I think they had a hit with real sports football. I
Hmm.
think I think they were ambitious with Super Football. They tried to do something and I don't think they pulled it off very well.
Definitely not. Definitely not as good. Was Real Sports Football made by Atari as
Yep, they were both Atari games.
well? Oh shit.
And
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah.
I think they made a third football game that was just called Football too.
Oh wow.
Like they were cranking them out.
So yeah, Real Sports Football actually has a line of scrimmage, like it has like the line that shows you like where like their attempt to make it 3D with with Super Football. like basically removes like the line that shows you like this is where the ball starts, so that you know like when you're crossing the line that you can't throw the ball anymore. Like there was literally a point where I tried to throw the ball and I was like, oh, I must have went across the line. Fuck.
Right.
And like it shows you like where the first down line is, so you like you have a better like visualization of how far things are, you know?
Yeah,
It's
like the simple, flat side scrolling 2D perspective, it works. Like
right.
it conveys what you need to know. And Super Football, the pseudo 3D perspective, it looks cool, but it just makes the game less playable. So,
Yeah, I mean it's basically it's suffering from the same issue that that the newer versions of football had as well during this period of time when they first tried to make that step towards 3D, you know, instead of it being just side scrolling basically. Um there was that same issue of um like losing certain um features and things like that that you know that make the game easier to understand from the person playing the game.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. So with that said, we are going to move right along to the next one.
yeah, and let me tell you, if Super Football was a bad time because it's too complicated,
Oh no.
then our next game will be a refreshing break from that.
I can't believe you chose this fucking game. This quote unquote game.
I mean, we gotta play it sooner or later.
I know, I know.
And, we had a lot of, like, bigger, kind of more complicated games last week.
We did.
So I thought this week it might be nice to take a look at basic math.
Oh boy.
This is another Atari game. Um, it's giving a release date of 1980 here, but I'm pretty sure this was, like, a launch game.
Yeah, I see that I see that also, but yeah. Yeah, I showed as 1977, so yeah, it's weird that it says
Yeah,
1980.
yeah. So, when you start the game, it'll start you with a +9 there, and you can choose what number you want to add to it to start out with. You press the button, and it gives you the math problem. You solve the math problem. If you're right, it plays a happy little tune. If you're wrong, it plays a sad little tune. Um, so it played charge, like da 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 da. So if I get it wrong, it plays like a funeral dirge,
Oh my goodness.
and you can sort of move the number up and down to have it like play a scale, which is kind of nice. Like
Sure, yeah.
it has a nice little musicality to it. So 1 + 7 is 8. 1 + 3. Let's see. If I remember correctly, I think that was 4. 1 + 1. God, this one's so basic. How do I not know this? Is it 0?
So,
Oh, 2. Of course.
okay, so I guess I only got 6 out of 10 correct. All right, so
Um,
are there like okay, so there are like different levels. Okay, so there. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least there's like multiplication and division.
yep. Game mode 2 is subtraction. Game mode 3 is multiplication, and game mode 4 is division.
What's 5, 6, 7, and 8?
Uh, I don't know.
Well, let's do 8. 7 divided by 1. 7.
Yeah, and on the division, on problems where you have a remainder,
Mm-hmm.
you just need to put a space between the number and the remainder.
Oh.
Oh, so I think with 5, 6, 7, and 8, instead of you choosing a number, it just gives you like any two numbers. Like
Oh. Yeah.
instead of doing like 5 + 3, 5 + 4, 5 + 5, it'll do like 9 + 8.
Okay.
and then 8 plus 6. So yeah, it's more more random what numbers it gives you to add.
Brush up on my multiplication skills here.
Oh yeah. Do you still know your times tables?
Times 5 is 35, bitches.
Oh my. Hey, 10 out of 10 on addition. Not bad. Alright, so let's try some division here. I'll do division in game mode 8 to make it a little bit more of a challenge. Alright, 8 divided by 5, that would be 1, remainder 3. Alright, 3 divided by 3, that's 1. 6 divided by 2, that would be a 3. 7 divided by 7, 1. Easy peasy. 9 divided by 8, 1, remainder 1. 8 divided by 6. It does kind of stick with single digit numbers no matter what difficulty you're playing on.
Yeah, I was hoping it would do like, like I noticed that it had room for like, like a hundreds place. I was like, oh, well maybe it'll do like 12 times 10 or something,
Yeah. None of that in basic math.
Bad.
Maybe in advanced math. Alright, 10 out of 10 for division. Not bad. Oops, I want the hard version.
How do you do, what's the hard version?
It's just the higher number difficulty levels. So hard multiplication would be 7.
Oh.
Actually, let me try switching the difficulty and see if that makes it. Oh, okay. So yeah, setting the difficulty to advanced gives you some double digit problems here.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, it does. Right.
All right. Let's go. 92 times 60. All right. So 2 times 0 is
Whoa,
0.
okay, yeah.
9 times 0.
0.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let's do 92 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 9 times 6 is 54 plus 1 is 53. So 532.
Oh wait, yeah, you just had a 0
Oh.
at the end. I'm a dummy.
55, right. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, I was feeling really smart there for a second. All right, 2 times 7 is 14. Carry the 1. 8 times 7 is that'd be 40. 56 plus 1.
640, is that what that is? What's okay, so what's 88 times 3? 88 times 3 is Yeah. Yeah.
Let's try the hard addition first. All right, 6 plus 2 is 8. No remainder or no carryover. 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay.
7.
All right, that would be 99. 14, carry the 1, 94. All right, that would be 6.
5 plus
This is
5
great content.
5 plus 3 would be 8. You know, right? And
Oh.
then that's 30. Oh shit, that can't be right.
This is the content people crave.
Ah,
Most
so close.
exciting
Damn it.
number adding action.
Holy cow. What's 88 times 88? I don't know. I'm not doing that in my head. Fuck this game.
Yeah, dog.
That's too much. That's what a calculator's for. 88 times 88. Bam, 7,744. Got it.
Holy shit.
Holy shit, what?
You got it.
I mean, I broke out the fucking calculator.
Oh.
I'm not doing that shit in my head. Fuck that.
I didn't know you were playing dishonorably.
dishonorably.
Oh god, this color scheme is so difficult to read.
It's very difficult to read. It's not great.
It's like bright yellow against mustard yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. All right, so 9 times 2 is
5,
18.
that's
6 times 2 is
6
12.
8.
That would be
That's 15.
okay, so that would be 690 plus 69 is 759 plus 69. That would be 8. Yeah, I can't do this this multiplication stuff in my head. Let's move on to a nicer color scheme, like subtraction. There we go. Purple against yellow.
Yeah.
Subtraction is fun. It's like addition, but opposite. Oh, right. There's another digit there.
Eh.
All right, so 11 minus 9 would be 2. Take away 1 from this column. 7 minus 4 would be 3. All right, I got that one at least. 10 minus 9 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. All right, 16 minus 8 is 8. 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay. All right, back on track. I got this. I know numbers. 2. Oh, shit. Of course. All right, 12
10
minus
out of
6
10
is
on
6.
the subtractions. That's kind of boring.
With a calculator or without?
Without? On
Oh,
subtraction.
okay. I don't know. You cheat at one mode. You know, who's to say you won't cheat at another mode? I don't know what you're capable of.
Yeah. Oh, so this is gonna have remainder. Oh shit. Let's see. So it's 25.
Yeah, I think I might actually do a little bit better at division than the multiplication.
4. Over.
All right, so that would
4.
be 1. 8 divided by 3 is 2.
2 left over. Son of a bitch.
uh,
I'm an idiot.
yeah, me too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's not how you do division.
That's not how you do division at all. 2.
Right.
1 left.
Okay. Yeah, whenever I did division on paper with multiple digits like this, it was never the second number below the first number. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You always like had the like check looking thing.
right, yeah, and
Yeah.
you put the dividend on the left, or
Right.
no, you
Right.
put the divisor on the left and the
Left and the
dividend
dividend
on
on
the
the
right.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so 8. Okay, so that would be 6. That would be 48. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So that would be 8 remainder 6. 6 remainders. Right.
7.
Right. So yeah, that's basic math. I will say that I find the interface for putting numbers in pretty pleasant.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Like, it's nice and responsive. It makes a nice little like tone as the numbers increase.
Yeah. You can like sit there and make a little bit of music with it.
Yeah, and like it wraps around. So if you're at 1 and you need to change it to 9, you just have to hit down 3 times. You don't
Yeah.
have to hit up 8 times. So that's pretty nice.
Pretty nice. All right. That's enough basic math for today.
Yeah, I learned a lot from this game. Such as I'm still not good at mental multiplication and division.
And mental, I can do mental division, mental multiplication. Once you get to like multiplying by another double digit that's not like a 5 or 0 is a bit difficult. It's a lot to
Yeah,
remember to carry over.
yeah, it is. I mean, I wouldn't need a calculator to do that, but I would need a pencil and paper to
Yeah,
work it out and
definitely.
keep track of what carries over and what the remainder is in division and stuff.
For sure. Okay, basic math.
Basic math. It's
Well,
not broken.
no, I mean it works just fine. I mean it's fucking better than glib. At least it actually checks the goddamn answers.
Right. Yeah, it's not on the honor system.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
I don't know. It's probably like I mean, it's more fun than Super Football. At least it wasn't fucking frustrating.
yeah. I mean, I was a little frustrated just at my own lack of ability, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's not the game's fault.
I mean, also, I mean, how long has it been since you've had to multiply numerous numbers like that without just like breaking out a calculator?
Yeah, not very often.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays you just don't do that in your head. That's all it is.
Yeah. But I mean, it can be beneficial to know how to do that stuff in your head because,
For sure. Well,
there are
yeah.
situations that come up where, you know, I don't know when you would need multiplication, but like,
If you're building your own house,
yeah,
I mean, that's pretty much the only time I've ever used it is in construction.
yeah. If you're building a house, it's good to know how to do math.
I guess if you like work in an industry that you know requires frequent use of multiplying numbers, like I guess if you were like programming something, or if you're like working in like I don't know, I don't know of anything else that would need to do that. Like that wouldn't just break out a calculator.
Yeah. Well, like for addition and subtraction, like for example, I find it's beneficial to be able to do it in your head if you're like playing D&D, for
Oh,
example,
sure. Yeah.
because you're like rolling numbers and you're adding modifiers to it and stuff and subtracting modifiers. Not a lot of multiplication in D&D, as far as I remember. Um,
No. Um,
but
it is interesting that depending on your age is going to be dependent on how you learned to do addition and subtraction. Like they're our generation learned differently than people that are of younger generation.
yeah, like the way they teach math in schools is kind of constantly evolving
Yeah,
and
it's pretty interesting.
yeah. But I think basic math is of dubious educational value. Um,
Yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, it's one of those like, fundamental building block type of things. Like you need to know basic math and to be able to like do basic, I mean, harder math basically, or be able to do things like chemistry and physics and things like that. But
yeah. I mean, for kids who are learning how to add and subtract, I can see how something with bright colors and fun music can be more interesting than doing it on paper.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I don't know. I see this game as kind of a scam. Like I figure Atari, if they had a few quote unquote educational games when the system launched, then kids would be able to more easily convince their parents to buy it for them because it's educational. You know,
right. Yeah, I mean,
that'll like that's how a lot of kids convince their parents to get them computers. Like, oh, it's educational. Computers are the future, and then they
right.
just they just ended up playing Wolfenstein 3D on it, and
And fucking Doom and shit. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Um, but I mean, the interface is good. Like, it
yeah.
feels responsive.
Oh yeah, dude. Like it was never any like lag of like input or anything like that. Like they did a good job with that. It's well programmed for what it is. I
Yeah,
mean, it's probably like looking at the list, it's probably in the same area as probably blackjack, where it's like it's one of those things where I I I wouldn't like play it because it's, it is what it is, but like for it to be what it is, it's functional, it works.
yeah,
It's just not, it's not a video game.
right. But like as an educational game,
I mean, it's
I do
fantastic.
think
Yeah.
like it's better than I Want My Mommy, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like that's another game for kids that doesn't really teach you anything.
No, no, no. That game is that game would be like lower if it wasn't for the fact that, it actually at least functions as a video game.
Yeah, it's not broken.
Yeah.
Um, so for that reason, I think Basic Math is better than I Want My Mommy, but worse than Blackjack.
I agree. 100%. Yeah. It's in that category. I mean, blackjack is just more fun because there's strategy to it and things like that, whereas this is literally just regurgitating numbers.
Right. Yeah, Blackjack is more entertaining as a game. Um, I don't know if you should be teaching your kids how to play Blackjack, but
I mean,
you know,
it's the same idea. You're still teaching them, math and things like that. It's just, you're teaching them how to gamble at the same time, which, I mean,
yeah, that's true. I mean, you are teaching them how to add up to 21,
yeah.
and that's educational.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, gambling responsibly is totally fine. It's just, it ends up becoming an irresponsible thing very easily.
Yeah, and the people who make money off of gambling aren't interested in making it
And,
easy for people to play responsibly.
right. Anyway,
Anyway, Basic Math,
basic
number
math.
number 47, cracking the top 50.
Yeah. Still a top 50, game, quote unquote. But,
Yeah, I mean, it is a game,
I mean, sure.
it has a goal. You make choices and there is a win state. So, it meets the minimum definition of game in my book.
I wonder how common a copy of that game actually is. Like
I don't know.
how easy, because I wonder if it's like those other Atari, or not Atari game. Oh yeah, it's a fairly, I mean, it's like a $15 like loose cart game. Okay.
Oh,
That's pretty expensive for an Atari game.
yeah.
So it's like it's in that range of games where it's like it's uncommon, but it's not like something that people like rarely ever see. So
Yeah, like I figure it sold moderately well because I mean in 1977 there were so few games available.
right,
Like a lot of people probably bought it because, they bought the other 5 games that were available and
right.
they have a kid and they're like, "Sure, I'll get this for my kid."
Yeah,
So,
true.
all right, Basic Math. Is it okay if we take a quick break?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Okay, going to pause the recording here. I'll be back and we're back. Once again, congratulations to Basic Math, number 47 game of all time. I think we're ready to move on.
Absolutely.
So up next, Mike's bringing us a game that I know nothing about. It is called Fantastic Voyage.
Yes, it is called The Fantastic Voyage, or Fantastic Voyage, excuse me. It's a 20th Century Fox game, and it's so loud. Hold on.
Yeah, this is a loud one.
Turn it down even more. As it plays through. So basically, the premise of this game is it's based on a movie, obviously, because it's a 20th Century Fox game, and the movie was they got shrunk down into this little thing and went into a dude's body to save the president.
Oh,
And the president had like a blood clot or something, and this was like the only way to save them. At least I don't know if it was actually a blood clot, but that's what you're trying to do in this particular version of the game.
okay.
You're the ship. You can shoot stuff. The stuff you have to shoot is
Cholesterol.
well, it's bacteria,
Oh,
and you're getting rid of blood clots. But you also have to shoot enzymes, which look like... honestly don't know what they look like. The game says enzymes, but it doesn't actually ever show in the book what they look like.
okay.
Oh,
So the
no,
thing.
enzymes are like... look like keys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen some of those, and I tried to collect them because they look like keys.
No.
But I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. So the thing down at the bottom is like a heart rate monitor.
Yes, it is the heart rate of the person you're trying to save.
Okay.
So you want to shoot enzymes, you want to shoot antibodies. Then there are like defense cells.
Okay.
And then there's gonna be a point when you get to there being blood cells, and you actually want to not shoot those.
Okay.
The defense cells look like the stalactite-looking things on the side of the artery that you're going up.
Mm-hmm. And they kind of shoot out at you.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the artery I'm in just got a lot narrower.
Yeah. Not entirely sure. It doesn't show. It doesn't say what the blood cells look like. But anyway.
Well, I think I just won.
Oh, did you get
so I
like
blew up. I blew up something that was blocking the whole artery, so I figured that was the clot.
that
And
was
then
indeed the clot.
and then I got thousands of points, and the screen flashed a whole bunch, and I'm doing it all again. Yeah, so I think the blood cells, they look kind of like they were sort of pancake-like, and I didn't seem to be able to shoot them. Like my bullets didn't seem to affect them in any way, so I think you're just supposed to avoid them and like not crash into them.
Okay.
So there's like an analog clock over on the left that's sort of like spinning, but it doesn't seem to be like counting down to anything as far as I can tell. Oh geez. The heart rate is super fast now. Also, it looks like there are little robots that I'm attacking now.
Oh, my patient just died, and I don't know why.
Yeah, like eventually the heart rate just starts going crazy, and like I guess you're not saving them from the clot fast enough, and then they're just flatlining.
Oh god, the screen is like losing its fucking mind. Ugh,
Yeah.
that was awful. I'm sorry, whoever was just watching that. I was thinking that maybe it was bad because I was shooting the walls, but it didn't seem to matter.
Oh god, this heart rate. Oh, flatline. So yeah, you have a time limit, and if you don't save the president before time runs out, then their heart stops and they die. But it doesn't seem to actually like indicate how much time you have. You just sort of have to judge by like like how fast the heart is beating.
Oh, okay.
So like it's a little bit like laser gates in that if you like in that game, if you push to the right, the screen would scroll faster and you could get to your objective faster.
Right, right.
And I think that's kind of what you have to do here. Like you have to not necessarily worry about blowing everything up because the important thing is just getting to the clot and getting rid of the clot in time. So I think that's more important ultimately than destroying the thing.
Oh, okay. You're right. That's totally fuck. That's what I did. Okay, so
Yeah.
just dying in general seems to speed up the heart of the patient.
Yeah, when you get hit, like there doesn't seem to be damage per se, but it reduces the amount of time you have to get there and deal with the clot.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Seems like the fuck the artery gets smaller as you get closer to the clot.
Yeah. So yeah, this game, like it actually does remind me of Laser Gates in a couple ways. Like like the movement a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
The fact that, you have this goal that you're trying to, a thing that you're trying to get to, you're not just shooting everything you can, right? Like you're racing against time to try to get to your goal,
right.
which is kind of neat.
Okay.
Ow.
So if you want the game to be easier, go to option 5.
Okay.
The heart monitor is a graphic display of the patient's condition. Patients begin each game with a strong, steady heartbeat. Each time your sub crashes into any object, your patient loses strength. Every time the slower hand of the time clock completes a cycle, the patient also loses strength.
Oh.
The stronger the patient's heartbeat upon completion, the higher the bonus. Be sure to record your high score.
So with those little robot enemies, I think I was supposed to blow those up. Like I think it was penalizing me for just kind of blowing past those.
Maybe. So, no
And,
matter which play option you choose, you will have to travel through several phases to reach your goal. When operating on your first patient, you must battle your way through phases 1, 2, 5, and 6. 1 is the defensive cells, 2 is the blood cells, 5 is... it gets narrow, and 6 is where the clot is.
right. So all of the stuff you're blowing up in the early stages are just like defensive cells, and you don't necessarily need to blow them up, but they still damage you if you touch them. Alright. So let's try this again, and I'm going to try actually blowing up all of those little robot things. Ow, ow, ow. Jesus. I just got wrecked by 3 of the missiles in a row.
Yeah, so bacteria are the bug-looking things. Those are the ones that are gonna kill your patient super fast if you let them by.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
those are definitely the ones that you want to make sure don't get through.
Yeah. Yeah, they look kind of like robots to me, but yeah, I guess that is bacteria.
So the biggest thing is you don't want to hit the side or die.
Right.
Which I just did a bunch.
Oh, I'm going to lose this patient too. Shit. Damn.
God, it's like as you die, it seems like they just start to die. They get worse faster and faster.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get hit a lot, things can definitely start to cascade. I do think the heart rate monitor is a cool way to visualize a time limit.
That is really cool.
Like, it's definitely unique.
Oh, the dude's
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh.
Alright, I need to just gun it. I have to save this patient. Shit. Yeah, not gonna happen. Ah. Yeah, trying to balance between surviving and getting there fast enough is definitely a challenge.
Definitely is.
You said mode 5 was the easier one?
Yeah, it's the beginner version. Oh, shoot.
Alright, let's try that. See how far I can get.
Apparently, you beat the game if you make it through 3 times.
Oh.
I think.
Well, I was a third of the way there.
So from the way that I've understood what it does.
Yeah, mode 5 is definitely a lot calmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, things move more slowly. The heart rate isn't going crazy quite as quickly. Yeah, when that starts beeping fast, it gets intense. Like, you really feel like you're racing the clock. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. The little things that bounce back and forth are super hard to hit.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't hit the clot. Oh no. Oh, I was doing so well. It's very bad if you touch the blood clot.
Oh, oh.
You don't want to do that.
Die before I get there. Crap, crap, crap. Come on. Oh. Dang it. It's so hard.
The inside of the body is a rough place.
Yeah.
Don't go there if you can avoid it. That's my advice.
Real buttholes in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my god.
Yeah, it turns out that there are like white blood cells and antibodies and shit, and they don't like it when there's like a tiny ship inside the bloodstream. Like, that's a thing that's not supposed to happen.
5 is like 1,000% easier.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Alright, so I just made it through the first wave of mode 5.
Getting the sides to the damn. Fuck.
Don't touch the sides.
Oh, die. Okay. Hey, I made it through the first one.
Nice. Well done.
Crap. Crap.
Alright, bacteria. Not gonna let any of you bastards buy me.
Crap. Blood cells. So many of them. Crap!
Whatever president this is isn't gonna die. Not on my watch. Well, he might die a little bit. He or she. Oh, geez. At least it doesn't hurt you when the blood vessel gets narrower if you get, like, pushed by it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Oh, God. Okay, white blood cells. No problem. Okay.
Crap!
Oh. Alright, clot number 2 taken care of.
Hey, congrats.
64,000 points.
I'm about to get to clot number.
Nice.
Ah! Hey, let's go. 2,000.
Alright, back in the peanut zone.
Peanut zone?
Yeah, the things that are like bulbous, they look kind of like peanuts to me.
Huh.
I think they're supposed to be antibodies or something. But I call it the peanut zone.
I see what you mean. Yeah, they're blood cells.
Oh, okay. Just regular blood cells?
Just regular blood cells. You can shoot them, but it's not like the end of the world or anything if you don't.
Yeah, they're not going to hurt anything. Unlike these bacterias. Oh god. Let a couple slip by me, but I should be okay. Just not going to be able to get to that one. Alright, looks like there's another bacteria phase now.
Well, there's 2 bacteria phases.
Yeah, now that I'm a little further into the game, it's not immediately like constricting the blood vessel. Actually, there's a bunch of stuff in this phase. It's not just bacteria. Oh god. Going too fast. Must find balance. Alright, the heart rate is a little elevated, but like, oh god. Oh. Alright. That is the 3rd clot.
Hey, congrats.
Thank you. Got 111,000 points here. I like the sound effects in this game.
I do as well. This game is pretty neat.
Yeah, like all of the shot sound effects and whenever you hit something, those are all really crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have the constant beeping that was sort of really obnoxious in Polaris. But in this game, because it is a heart rate and it gets faster to indicate the time limit, it doesn't really bother me as much.
Right?
Because there's an actual function to it.
Sure. It has an actual function. It actually means something. It's not just like. The other beeping meant something. It was just like it was a bit unnecessary to have it constantly going all the time.
Right. Also, it just occurred to me, You know how in The Legend of Zelda, when you get low on health, it starts beeping?
Uh-huh.
Well, it beeps when you're low on hearts. So you're kind of hearing Link's heart rate there.
Oh, maybe that's what they were going for.
Maybe. It kind of makes a little bit more sense when you think of it that way.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, I'm letting too much bacteria slip by. I hope penicillin is still useful in whatever future this is. Oh god, the little ones are so hard to hit. Oh god. Actually, I think this the movie was based on a book from the 1920s or something.
Oh,
Or
maybe.
or possibly even I forget who wrote it. Was it it might have been an H.G. Wells novel from the late 19th century.
I was thinking it was something along those lines, either H.G. Wells or
Jules Verne, maybe?
yeah.
I definitely think it was an early sci-fi novel. I haven't read it, but uh, it's an interesting concept.
All right. Damn it! Stop hitting the wall, stupid.
Oh god, hitting all the peanuts. They're packed much more closely together now. The heart's starting to sound under duress.
Oh no!
Or maybe just distress.
I died because I ran into the blood clot. Dang it.
Oh, yeah, that's a bad thing to do.
Son of a bee. I went too fast.
A lot of times, it's really hard to get into a position where it's even possible to hit all of the bacteria.
Yeah.
It really sucks. Sometimes you just have to let a bunch of them through.
Yeah, I was on the third go around, and I probably let 4 or 5 of them through, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
No, honestly, no. Granted, that's on easy, so it might be worse on a higher difficulty, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, on hard it gets way more difficult, way quicker.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Alright, I think I'm ready to rate this sucker.
Alright, let me just see if I can complete one more loop here. I'm almost at the end.
Sure.
I think I'm on loop 5 because the number's at 4 and I think it starts out at 0.
It does.
I don't remember. So if I can just get to this last blood clot, okay.
15 laser blasts is how many it takes to destroy the clot.
Ah. Well, you can just get right up on it and just unload. And
yeah.
it goes pretty quick. Okay, well, I'm on loop number 5, 210,000 points.
Nice.
Doesn't seem like I'm sure once you reach the quote-unquote end, it probably just keeps looping forever after that.
Yeah. Pushes the blaster way through several phases of a destroy life-threatening. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to get this on the list.
Okay.
Alright, let's just pull this sucker back up here.
Yeah. Pretty good game. Pretty fun.
Yeah, I had a pretty good time with it. That's definitely one that I would like to go back and try to play on the harder difficulties and see how well I can do, see how far I can get. Um,
Yeah, because there's option one, which is the normal game, and then there's option two, which is the extended normal game,
ooh.
which it doesn't say what that means.
Hmm.
Oh no, yes it does. I'm sorry. In the extended options, the first 5 phases of your voyage are longer. In the difficult options, you will face more obstacles. In the easier options, collisions cause less damage to the patient, and there's no time penalty. So that's why the
Oh,
easy version is so easy.
oh, that's nice.
So you just whether you're given the chance to save another patient in that same play option. It just keeps going. It seems like with that.
Yeah, you just keep moving on from one president to the next. All of the presidents in really bad health in the future.
Right. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, so I feel pretty positive about that game. I think
definitely.
it has a lot of stuff in common with Laser Gates, I think.
It does have a
Uh,
lot of stuff in common with laser gates. I'm not sure it's in the same. I don't think it's as good as laser gates.
no, yeah, the movement doesn't feel quite as nice.
Yeah,
Like when you slow down a lot, it's really hard to build your momentum back up after that.
it is, and
Like,
it gets so like there's the act of like running into the side of the artery, which causes the little bouncy balls to bounce back and forth, right?
oh, is that what causes that?
That's what causes that. That's and see that's the
Oh,
so my 100% number one problem with this game is there's no indication besides those things spawning that I hit the wall.
right.
So like there's no like noise or anything at all. There's no like there's no feedback at all. Like it's basically it just your ship just skips along the side of it, and it's like no harm no foul. But it's like incredibly bad if you're playing on a normal difficulty, because that basically is the end of the run if you do that too many times.
Yeah. Like I never really felt like I was being punished for that. Like,
Yeah, no.
yeah, and I never made the connection that that's what was causing those things to spawn. That's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what causes those things to spawn. I forget what they're called. They're called those are antibodies.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense because like when you hit the side of the artery, your body is like, "Oh, there's a foreign object there. We need to send antibodies out to deal with
Right.
that." So,
Yeah, and it's one of those things where if you spawn too many of them, like it'll kill it like as you if you don't shoot them, which they're really fucking hard to shoot, um and you just go if you just go past them, like they still harm the patient. So they still do damage to you basically.
right.
So it's like it's kind of a way of the game having the shitty aspect of not being able to touch anything with that, but like the harmful of it's not just like an insta you lose the game. It's well, you just made the game even harder for you because now you have something else that's going to spawn that's hard to shoot, that if you don't shoot is going to kill you.
Right. And because the only metric of how well you're doing is the heartbeat. Like
It's kind of hard.
so
It's hard to know like it, so one of the problems I had as well with like the normal difficulty is it's really hard to tell like when you should just be like, should I just be like fucking just gunning through this shit as quick as possible all the time, or like should I am I better off to just kind of go slow and just shoot everything so that like things don't get past me, but then
right.
like most of the things you can just let pass you without any issue. But then there are like certain things that you have to kill, like the little alien bug looking things and then the bouncy balls apparently. Like those are the only two things you really have to kill. Everything else you can just avoid, but it's really hard to avoid like the blood or the not the blood clots, but the like the
W The white blood
yeah,
cells.
the cells, like the blood cells, because there's
Yeah,
just so fucking many of them.
right.
I don't know. It's I don't know. That's a little frustrating, and it. But I mean, I get what they're going for. Like, that's the difficulty of the game. So it's not like it's not a negative per se. It's just it's it's a thing that makes it not as fun.
Yeah, like, I feel like everything coming down to the heart rate makes it like, you don't get enough feedback on what you're doing right and doing wrong, like,
Yeah.
because everything just kind of makes the heart rate go up, and so, like, in laser gates, you have separate meters for, like, your shields and your energy and everything, so you sort of have a good idea of, like, how well you're doing and what you need to do differently, and,
Right, and basically laser gates just comes down to like as long as you don't fuck up and shoot the the fuel pickup that spawns, like you're usually like you're fine, and I mean,
yeah,
unless you run out of shields. But then
right,
I mean that's your hit points, so that makes sense.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, as cool as the whole idea of like having a heart rate monitor be your hit points, basically, um, it it would be cooler. Like it's a cool idea. It's just it would be nice if there was some type of like feedback of any type, really, besides it just like speeding up.
yeah, like, not nearly enough feedback in the game, for
Yeah.
sure. But, I mean, all that said, I feel like it controls pretty well, and
Oh,
it is
yeah,
a pretty decent shooter,
definitely.
um, so I think that makes it better than, like, Space Invaders, at least.
Oh, for sure. Oh no, yeah. I mean, I would say it's definitely. I mean, it's better than Atlantis. It's better than Kung Fu Master. I mean, it's better than Real Sports Football.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I'm trying to suss out how I feel about it.
Hmm. Because I got the feeling that you were like maybe it's like a top 10ish game, but
Well
now but then we
well,
started talking about it more, and you kind of come down on it some.
a little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
like, my immediate comparison was, "Whoa, this is kinda like Laser Gates," and
Yeah. Yeah.
the more I thought about it, the more the flaws kinda became apparent, and now I'm sort of thinking of it as, like, an above average, like, shooter, which, like, Atlantis is, you know I would also call that an above average shooter.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
different, but yeah, I do think Fantastic Voyage is better than Atlantis.
Yeah.
Um, so Kung Fu Master, uh, I guess Fantastic Voyage is sort of similar in that there are different phases that you go through,
Hmm.
and there are different enemy types that are specific to those phases.
Right.
So, yeah, Fantastic Voyage controls better than Kung Fu Master. I think it's better than that.
Yeah, it's way more
Um,
responsive. Like that was my main issue with Kung Fu Master was this there were times where it felt like the enemies just kind of sucked to you.
yeah, for sure. And Fast Eddie is a pretty good feeling platformer, but there's not a lot to it. There's
Right.
definitely more to Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I would say it's better than Real Sports Football. Now that I'm sort of, I had to go through the process a little bit to kind of suss out how I feel about everything.
Sure.
But yeah, it's better than Real Sports Football. Is it better than Venture?
I think it has the same kind of like the word I'm looking for, same kind of like scope maybe, or like attempt to like go for more depth to it than what it initially shows.
Yeah, it's definitely an ambitious game.
Ambition, there
Um,
we go, that's the word. I don't know if it makes it. I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty unique.
It
Um,
is unique.
and Venture is unique in a kind of different way. I think they both get points for that. Uh, I think I would take Fantastic Voyage over Venture. I would okay, so I think I would definitely not put it over Gyrus because
Okay.
I I think Gyrus is just like it's just a really fun shooter. Like I think it feels,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like um the feel of it and like the sound of it, like the music and just how responsive the controls are and like how much control you feel or how much control I felt I had over my ship. I think Gyrus is it's a superior shooting game in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. I that's absolutely right around the area that I initially thought, like in somewhere in the like reactor to gyrus area of like, is it better than those two games? Is it worse than those two games? Like that's initially right where I was thinking it was going to be.
Yeah, and that makes sense now. I just had to do the science a little bit.
Sure.
Um, do you think Fantastic Voyage is better than Keystone Capers?
I do. I Keystone Capers, it's a really good polished like side scrolling platformery kind of game,
Hmm.
but it's very, you know, bland beyond that, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, I agree. I think it's kind of ambitious with the multiple screen sections and
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Like the what it does with the multiple screen sections and like remembering where stuff is and stuff like that. Like some of that stuff was like things that the NES couldn't do,
yeah,
which is awesome. Like they were able to do that as a like a technical feat, but the gameplay itself is just very kind of one note and not very fun to play, in my opinion.
yeah, I think I agree. So we're looking at new number 15 then?
Definitely, I agree with that.
Okay, great. Yeah, like it makes sense that that's where it goes, I think. But I'm glad that we put a little bit more thought into it and sort of justified its position. Uh, I like the process of sort of debating and negotiating and really figuring out the science.
Yeah,
So congratulations to Fantastic Voyage, number 15 game.
heck yeah, top 15. I think it's very
Yeah,
deserving of that. Absolutely,
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
it's a cool game.
I enjoyed
And
it.
that was, I completely forgot to mention at the top of the episode of this particular game that was the user suggested game for the episode. That was suggested by user Drixelsoft.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so thank you Drixelsoft for suggesting that game. It is a very cool game.
Yeah, thanks. Good. That was a good suggestion.
Yeah,
Really solid game, I think.
absolutely,
Well, shall we move on?
absolutely.
All right. So the next game is one that I brought. Sort of a slightly later game than most of the ones that we played. It's 1984. This is a Coleco port of a Taito arcade game,
Oh, okay.
and it is called Frontline. So this is an army game. You play an army man's. So I'm this little blue guy down at the bottom of the screen.
Controller turned off. One sec.
Yeah, so did mine. Yeah, too much intense
Ah,
debate.
died.
So I'm fighting these guys in green, working my way through the forest stage. There are multiple stages. There was a forest, a desert, a river stage, and then the last one is like the enemy base that you're trying to get to and blow up.
Wow, okay.
So you can sort of aim in 8 directions. Obviously, it's the Atari, so you can't aim independently of the direction that you're moving. But you can sort of shoot through the trees. I think they can kind of take cover behind the trees, but you can, there's a limited amount that you can shoot through them. And they will sneak up behind you, and you have to watch your flank. And they'll kind of continue to chase you if you don't keep moving.
Holy shit! Fucking tank's trying to kill me now.
Yeah, so it's probably not obvious, but right before you get to the tank stage, there is a blue rectangle on the screen. So that's a tank that you can get into.
Oh shit! I missed the tank. I need to go back and get it.
Yeah, and so you move your guy over the tank and you hold down the button to enter the tank. And the tank is cool because you move a lot more quickly. You still kind of have the 8 firing directions, and you can't really aim your turret independently of your movement, which kind of sucks. But
oh, I got in the tank and immediately it got blew up.
Yeah. So if you get hit, you sort of have a second in which you can jump out of the tank and save yourself. Yeah. It's gonna start flashing. You have to be kind of quick, but if you hold the button, you will get out of the tank and be able to escape. You can also just get out of the tank anytime that you want. Anytime that you want. Just if you decide you'd rather be on foot. And you can still fire anti-tank rounds even when you're on foot, so you're not like at a huge disadvantage there. But the tank does have more mobility and stuff.
This is pretty kind of cool.
It is. It's kind of neat. And this game actually has checkpoints. So, like, when you die, it sets you back a little bit, but it's not like you have to start over at the beginning of the stage or anything.
Oh, son of a bee.
Like, it actually gives you, like it's a little bit forgiving in that respect.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. I got tanked.
Oh, this one's faster and shoots further.
Yep, there are 2 different tiers of tank.
Oh, the tank got blew up. There's another one.
Yeah, you'll see multiple tanks scattered around that you can get into. Oh man, I got tanked again.
Huh.
Tanked for nothing.
That's kind of cool. This is pretty neat.
Yeah, like it works a lot better than I was expecting. Like it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, there's the fast one. Yeah. That one. Oh, now we're in their base.
Ooh. Nice job. Right, here's another
tank. Poop, I died.
Oh, man. I got into the tank and immediately blown up.
Okay, let's try again.
Oh, yeah, let's start over.
Not immediately get shot this time, hey? Yeah. Get wrecked. Person. Old bad guy. I wish go ahead.
Oh, I would just want to say I don't know what war we're fighting in this game. But it's not like I don't think it's a new war that we have actually participated in, because at some point when you get to the desert stage, there are like saguaro cactuses, like the cactuses that are like that have 2 arms. And that kind of cactus is only native to North America, so you're like fighting on home turf. Oh god, didn't get out of the tank fast enough. Shit. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the only thing I wish it didn't do was the constant movement noise.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the one in Mines of Minos. It's a little lower key. And that makes it feel good when you find a tank, because you don't have to keep hearing the noise.
Yeah.
You kind of get a break from it.
I really like the fast tank. That's definitely the best part of this game.
Yeah. Yeah, like getting in the tank and having that kind of mobility. Yeah, so here are the saguaro cacti that so apparently this war is taking place in like Arizona or New Mexico. Yeah, eat it. Eat my shell.
So is there like a boss or something, or? Oh, there is. Oh shit.
Oh, there is? I don't know. I might not have gotten to that point yet. So I made it past the river, went over the bridge. Yeah, so now they're like bombed out ruins of like an enemy base.
I don't know if this is working or not.
If what's working?
Well, I'm shooting it, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, you might need to get out of the tank to fight this thing. I'm not sure.
Oh, let's see.
I don't know. Let's try it. So I held the button down. I got out of the tank. I'm approaching the enemy base.
Yep. You have to get out of the tank and shoot it.
Ah. All right.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that's a cool little bonus screen.
Yeah. Now is it just the same thing over again? Seems like it.
Yeah, it just kind of loops after that.
Oh, okay.
And it's a little bit harder this time.
Yeah, it's definitely a little harder.
More guys coming at you.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool little game.
Yeah. Like, when it starts out and you're on foot, you feel kind of underpowered, and you wish you could move a little bit faster. And then you get in a tank, and suddenly it's a whole different game. You have that mobility. You're blowing up tanks left and right.
Yeah. And
it's a good old time. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to it. It's a pretty short loop. And I did check the manual to see if there are any other modes. I don't remember anything. I think you can change like the number of extra lives that you start with, or something like that.
I was gonna say I hit the mode select and it didn't do anything, and I didn't try the difficulty switch, but I imagine that's probably the only thing if there is anything.
Yeah, actually, let me look that up real quick. There might be just to make sure I'm not overlooking anything, because it is kind of a simple game. Let's see. Frontline 2600 manual. I want to give the game, give it its due, give it a fair shake and everything.
Right.
So yes, skill level 1 through 4, it just gets progressively harder. There's not really a distinct difference. It's just you can start out, basically you can start out on a higher loop.
Ah, okay.
So, but it's like a lot of arcade games in that respect. Yeah, the difficulty switches are not used, so...
Oh, you know what? I bet I know why you have to get out of it to beat the last dude.
Yeah?
Because it doesn't respawn you when it loops. So if you were still in the tank, you would just be in the tank at the beginning of the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
Being able to start out in a tank.
Okay, so yeah. I looped again. Oh, you actually get an extra life apparently.
Oh, that's good. I really like it when games just give you an automatic extra life for completing an area or completing a goal. Like that's something that Bank Heist did. Every time you moved on, you just got an automatic extra life, and I think that's a good reward. Like,
it is a good reward. I agree.
It's better than points.
So if you don't touch anything at the very beginning of the game, you just never die. You just stand there, and the enemies just stand there and shoot at each other instead of you for some reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I mean that's kind of cool. It's like a way to pause without a pause button.
Yeah.
It just makes the noise of them shooting over and over again. But that's it.
Yeah, they do seem to get kind of confused
Yeah, if you don't move.
when you don't move.
As soon as you move, they fucking blow you away. Because that's
Yeah.
totally what just happened. Oh, nope, I take that back. It just did it. I guess because it was part of that loop or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I did it on, like, I started a new game and I was able to take them out once I started moving.
Okay. So if you start a brand new game, they will just immediately shoot you. I think it was
Oh.
just a part of the loop. It had them like stuck or something.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, they were coming after me, but and they were trying to shoot me, but the trees were in the way.
Oh yeah, these two were like literally just standing next to the trees, just shooting each other instead of me for some reason.
Ah. Yeah, a lot of these early games, it's pretty easy to exploit the AI.
Yeah.
All right, so is this the big tank? Or is this the fast tank? Because that would be, yeah, this is the tiny tank. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, these big lumbering tanks, they can't deal with a small, nimble tank like mine.
Fast little guy.
Yeah. It's kind of like in Mech Warrior, where you choose the small, fast mech, and you can just shoot at the big mech's legs, and
Yeah.
they just can't do anything about it.
Yep.
All right, make my way through the ruins. Eat shit. Eat shit. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really experience the small tank that much during my practice runs because I just kind of got into the big tank and just stayed in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the small tank, it feels really good.
Oh yeah, dude. It is definitely far superior way to play.
Frontline.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, I think we've seen enough of this game to get it on the list.
Absolutely.
Whenever you're ready.
Sure.
All right, Frontline. Yeah, so there are a couple other games in this style on the 2600.
Cool.
Like there are ports of Commando and Akari Warriors somehow that came out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
They came out in like the late 80s, but I think Frontline, as far as I know, it's the first game of this type on this platform. So I wanted to have a look at that first. And it's kind of impressive.
It's pretty impressive. It's definitely enjoyable to play. It runs really well. It's super fun. And it's not too terribly difficult.
Yeah.
Um
The only like the controls feel good. The only thing that I would ding it for is if you do get stuck on a tree or like if you get stuck on terrain somehow, it can be really like difficult to get yourself unstuck.
oh yeah.
Like you sort of have to like move the stick around wildly uh to get free of the tree. But luckily it's not like it's pretty easy to avoid all of that stuff. Um Once it loops and the game starts to get harder, uh, sometimes you have to get closer to the train and it's easier to get yourself stuck. Um, but it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, I did run into that a couple of times, but yeah, but even that's not a huge deal or anything.
Yeah. It's kind of short, it's kind of simple. Which is, I mean, you can say that of a lot of arcade style games on the 2600. I think it's better than Stargate.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely. I think it's going to be end up being up near where we were before, but it's definitely better than Stargate. I'd say it's more fun than Atlantis. Just, I
Yeah,
mean, just being able to like move instead of being stuck with like only shooting in certain directions.
right. Which, yeah, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Uh, in that there aren't many games that give you that style of control. But yeah, you do definitely have more control in Frontline than Atlantis. I'd say the same about Kung Fu Master.
Hmm.
It feels like you have more control, and it's like they use the controls well for what for what they had to work with.
Yeah,
Like Kung Fu Master, you were like pushing in two different directions at once to punch, and you were pressing up to jump, and it just felt a little awkward. I think Frontline, they use the controller a lot better.
so that puts us at Fast Eddie, which is basically probably the best platformer that we've played besides
Yeah,
Keystone Capers, I would say.
yeah. I think Frontline is sort of similar to Fast Eddie in
Hmm.
that it's like very short.
Hmm.
It's a very simple concept, but like it does one thing and executes on it very well.
Yeah,
Um, I think Frontline's a little bit more interesting because you have the two different kinds of tanks you can get into, which change the way things control.
yeah,
Uh, and you actually have like a boss, which Fast Eddie doesn't have. You're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. Um, I don't know if I would put Frontline above real sports football.
yeah. I was gonna say, I think at the very least, or at the very most, I should say, I think Venture is like the barrier that it can't go past.
Yeah, I agree because Venture it has sort of the same controls, like you're moving and aiming in eight directions.
Hmm.
But Venture has different areas to explore. It has treasure to pick up. Um, it has a trap. Uh, whereas in Frontline, you're pretty much just shooting the same types of guy over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically either shooting a tank or a dude, and I mean, it's basically just those, and that's pretty much it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So yeah, I would say it's definitely not better than Venture, but is it? I don't think it's as deep. I mean, it's just not as deep as real sports football either.
yeah, I agree.
I'd say it's
I
the
think,
new number 19.
yeah, scientifically, I'd say that's where it goes.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
it's more. There's more to it than Fast Eddie, but it's very much in the same category as Fast Eddie of just being like a really nicely polished game for what it is.
Yeah, it does one thing and it does it well, and I think
Yeah,
compared to a lot of games on the system, that's pretty commendable.
yeah.
So congrats to Frontline, spelled as two separate words on the box, but spelled as one word on the title screen. Uh, I just go by what's on the box, but
Yeah,
it's our new.
that is weird. You're right. Yeah, the title screen has it all as one, but on the box and everything else, it's two.
Yeah,
Hmm.
one of those weird, you know, two words when it should be one, like ladybug
Yeah, yeah.
or cocoa nuts.
Hmm.
But Frontline top 20 game.
All right.
Good job,
So
Frontline.
yeah, good job. Good job. Who made that game?
That was Kaliko.
It was Coleco. That's a good port, it seems.
Yeah, I looked at the arcade game a little bit, and it seems like the arcade version looks better, of course, but
Well, sure,
th
yeah.
th that seems pretty faithful to it.
Cool.
So up next, we've got one of your games.
We do. It's the final game of my three. It's called Omega Race. This is made by CBS Electronics.
Ooh.
Um, as it loads, you'll see that it says something about Midway, which I guess I'm not sure if this is the same Midway as like Mortal Kombat Midway. I don't know. I didn't look into it
Uh,
that deeply.
I would say so. Yeah, they were making arcade games in the early '80s, so
Yeah, yeah. This game is one of those games that came out for the Atari that had an extra like thing to put on the controller. It was called like a grip, and it literally looks like you like put it goes over top of like the stick for the controller, and it basically makes it like an arcade stick. It has
oh,
like
weird.
it has two buttons, even though neither both buttons do the exact same thing.
Huh.
But it had like a thing that would plug in that you would plug in the controller into. It was very strange. It was called the booster grip, and
That is strange.
yeah.
So how do you play this game?
So the way this game plays is you're this little ship. You're gonna want to have both buttons because you have to use two controllers.
Okay. Oh, so the boost grip, I guess it was kind of combining two controllers into one.
That's what it seems like. It was basically a way of getting a second button.
But both buttons do the same thing?
Well, one button is your booster
Right, it's your thrust.
thrust, and the other button is the shoot button.
Okay. I must not have that button mapped anymore. Let me check my settings real quick.
Or
Let's see.
what? I may need to double check and make sure that I have it correct because it might be button, not that button.
So in the joystick mapping settings, it has left booster, top booster button.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you need to map that to a button.
Okay.
Because
So
that's
it looks like the weird custom joystick actually matters then.
yes, it does.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so the fact that you can shoot makes this game make a lot more sense.
Yeah, yeah. And the first time I played this game, I didn't. I was playing just on the keyboard just to like fuck around, and
Yeah.
I was like just trying to avoid stuff. And I was like, this is really hard. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't seem to have worked very well.
Oh, oops, I accidentally made it two player.
So is this game an actual race, or am I just flying around shooting stuff?
You're just flying around shooting stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so it seemed like it might have been like a racetrack, and I was trying to like drive around it in circles. This music,
Is awful and really goddamn loud.
this music is driving me bonkers.
Yeah. So as you go, it'll get more difficult and things will start to spawn. The like little circles will turn into other controlled ships that will shoot at you,
Right.
and those little ships will turn into like asterisk looking things. No shit. that will go faster and shoot at you. But that's the basic. This is basically the game. It's a meh port of Asteroids.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, now that you mention Asteroids, I kind of see what they were trying to do with the music.
Mhm.
It is sort of evocative of Asteroids in a way, but it's much worse.
Yeah, it's worse. It's very flickery. Basically the whole screen starts to flicker. Oh shit, I ran right into that one. As soon as you go to like the bottom of the screen where all the stuff is, like it'll start
Right.
flickering like insane. Just
Yeah.
because there's too many things on the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I beat a level.
Yeah, if you shoot everything, you beat a level.
Okay, so in the phase where the asterisk started dropping a bunch of stuff,
Mhm.
I was just shooting the stuff and I wasn't shooting the asterisk. So you gotta shoot the asterisk to actually finish the level.
Okay.
And the music is just so much worse when it gets faster.
Yeah. It's real not great.
Dear God. So you can like bounce off of the rectangle in the middle,
Mhm.
which is kind of interesting, I guess.
And it doesn't wrap around like Asteroids, which is honestly not a good thing.
Yeah, for a game like this, you kind of want that wraparound ability.
Yeah. Ugh. It's really easy to run into stuff. It definitely it does not have the same, like, it has a it's like your ship is larger than it actually is.
Oh, yeah, like the hitbox is bigger than it should be.
Yeah, the hitbox is bigger than it should be. You can definitely feel that. Um, it's like even though your ship is a triangle, the hitbox seems like it's more of like the same shape as the things you're shooting.
Yeah.
Well, I say that, and it was that particular instance it was not. So maybe it's just like a. Oh, see, now the ship was way longer than it actually seemed like it was there. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, in the same way there. Not great.
Oh, I killed the asterisk, but there was still other stuff, and so I didn't finish the level. So it seems like the music will start to get faster when the asterisk is about to appear, and then when the asterisk appears, it just goes totally crazy.
Yeah, it starts going crazy, but what's weird is well, I guess it does try to kinda like try to hunt you out there towards the end.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't feel great about how much control you have over what direction you shoot.
Yeah, it still has the same limitation as you know, normal Atari of only 8 directions,
Yeah.
which is made way worse by the fact that you're constantly moving and like you don't really have super great. I mean, I guess that the like thruster aspect of it isn't bad. It's okay.
Yeah, like the physics feels basically the same as asteroids as far as the movement goes. Um I don't know, like it's kind of silly that they make you use an entirely different joystick instead of just using up to thrust like asteroids does.
Yeah,
Like I think that worked pretty
that's
well. I mean, we haven't done the science on it yet, but from what I remember, that worked pretty well in
yeah.
asteroids.
It's just I seem to remember asteroids just letting you shoot as much as you want.
There were
Maybe
definitely you could have more shots on the screen at the same time, I think.
it's just
Or
just
or
I
or
don't know.
maybe it just felt like you could because there was more stuff to shoot, so
Maybe.
your shots were disappearing faster.
Yeah, I just definitely feel like the limitation of only having two bullets on the screen at once is really really shit.
Yeah.
Especially because they go so far, so it's like if you miss a shot, you're basically just like
Yeah,
you're waiting like an easy like 4 or 5 seconds to be able to shoot again.
yep.
It's
Yeah, like,
pretty not great.
the ability to cancel your shot would have really helped.
Yeah.
Um, so you're not just waiting, agonizing seconds for your shot to reach the edge of the screen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when it was the case of like I don't know. Was there ever a point where like if you had a bullet on the screen, it would just disappear if you started shooting again until instead of like locking you out of being able to shoot until it disappears?
I don't know when games started doing that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there are games on the 2600 that work like that.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know either.
like, I feel like there must be, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I can't either, but boy howdy if there was, this game really needs that ability.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is when a game works like that, you don't really notice it. Like when a game works properly, when it functions, it's sort of invisible because that's just the way that we expect everything to work.
Right, right.
So we take it for granted, and when a game doesn't do that, it's like extra noticeable.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I may be wrong, but like I feel like in Riddle of the Sphinx, you can you can cancel a shot if you're going to miss and shoot another shot.
Maybe. Yeah. I definitely don't remember it being as noticeably annoying.
Yeah, like at the very least, you don't have to wait for your shot to go all the way to the edge of the screen before you can shoot again, which is just a travesty. No game should work like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you can bounce shots off the edge of the screen or something, but
Which would be fine. Like why yeah, I don't know. And maybe they just didn't have the technology to do that or I don't know.
so do you know
Also oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead.
Was this guy also like playing it a little more? It he definitely does not have the same feeling of momentum that I remember from Asteroids when it comes to like there's definitely you don't go as fast anywhere close to as
Yeah.
fast. Um
And even if you could, because the screen doesn't wrap around, it would
you would just bounce all over the fucking place.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just not great.
So I tried out game 2, and that seems to just be a two-player mode.
Yeah, that's seems to be the only difference. It's gonna look. Don't think the difficulty things do anything.
I feel like flipping the left difficulty switch did in fact make things a little harder. Like more ships are starting to wake up faster.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Um. Hmm. There are two different ways to set up your video game console for the two-player game. Oh no, that's just makes it to where. Yeah, the only thing the difficulty switch does is change um whether you have to have two of the booster grip things or only one.
Why would you need two?
If you're playing two player, you can
Oh.
if you have two of them, you can make it to where each player can use their own controller instead of having to, swap controller back and forth.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's no difficulty switch thing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no like extra things that happen at the end of stuff. Um, you get extra lives at 30,000, 80,000, and 150,000 points.
Oh, I definitely don't want to do that.
Um, you get extra points for every 4 waves you beat. What the rack thing is, there are 4 racks, and then after that, it'll reset. When it gets to 4 and you beat that one, you'll get an extra 5,000 points for beating the rack. That's pretty much it.
All right, we're going to have to rank this soon because this music is driving me up the wall.
Oh, I agree. Let's please, by all means.
Oh God.
I've been off the game for a hot second because I'm done with this game.
Yeah. Uh, I'm not too fond of Omega Race.
Yeah, it's not great. Not great.
Not great. No.
I think I would rather play Space Invaders, to be honest.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Space Invaders 1,000 times better.
And I find Space Invaders incredibly fucking boring. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I would take Space Invaders over this. I would take Sky Skipper over this.
Yeah, and that game's pretty damn annoying.
That game is pretty annoying and just bland. But
Yeah,
this game just isn't fun.
I take Cocoa Nuts over Omega Race.
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as Super Football.
Yeah, Super Football had better sound effects.
Oh, that's true. It did. True. I didn't have
Yeah.
to. I didn't have to turn Super Football down a shit ton.
Yeah. And Omega Race is definitely better than Fishing Derby.
Yeah. So maybe worse than Super Football, better than Fishing Derby.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Scientifically, I'd say that that's where it deserves to go.
I definitely agree.
All right. Well, congratulations to Omega Race. A top 50 game for now.
Yeah.
I don't expect it'll keep that position. But yeah, somewhat playable is how I would describe that game.
Made by the same people that made Donkey Kong.
Oh, really?
Yep, CBS Electronics.
Oh, I thought that was a Coleco game. Huh.
Now, whether or not that, oh, and they're the ones that made Venture.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Huh.
Well, they were the. Oh, excuse me. They were the publisher.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's always a bit of a challenge to tell publisher and developer um,
Yeah.
on the Atari. Like, usually they were the same thing, but not always.
Yeah. So like the programmer for Donkey Kong was Gary Kitchen, who also made a lot of other games.
Yeah, he made
A lot of games. Yeah.
some highly regarded games.
So not
All
great.
right.
Not great.
Yeah. Not a great game. Um that music will definitely be haunting my dreams tonight.
That shit's gonna be in my head all day now.
Oh God. Well, luckily, we have the next game
To wash it away.
yep, to put another nice little tune in your head.
Oh, interesting. Even the website we go for manuals lists it as an asteroids clone.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty
funny.
much what it is.
That's pretty much what
And
it is.
they called it Omega Race to try to get away with something and say that it's better than it is.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, shall we move on to the last game of the day?
Absolutely.
All right. This is a game that I brought. Um and it is called Pooyan.
Pooyan by Konami.
Yes. Pooyan in the arcade is a fantastic game. Uh
Hmm.
I think it was 1982 and apparently Konami themselves did the port, which is pretty unusual for the time, especially for Japanese developers. You don't usually see that sort of thing. Uh, like the 2600 wasn't much of a concern in Japan, so it's definitely interesting that they took it upon themselves to make this.
Yeah.
So you play the Mama Pig. You are over there on the right. You are being lifted up and down by your piglets, and I have to set my controls back. Sorry.
So
Uh,
what? Okay.
left joystick, fire, map to that. Okay.
Oh, got eaten.
Yeah. So the wolves are floating down on balloons, and they're trying to eat your piglets basically, and you're trying to protect them.
Oh, that's
Uh,
what those are. Are they're wolves? Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah, they're big bad wolves, and you're trying to shoot them down. You can either shoot their balloon or you can shoot the wolf themselves. Um, Occasionally you'll see a white line up at the top, and that is your meat missile.
Oh, poop.
So you can go up and press up to collect the meat missile, and you can shoot that out. It flies in sort of an arc. Once the wolves reach the bottom, if you allow them to reach the bottom, then they will start climbing up the ledges on the right there, and uh, and they'll try to eat you. They will stick their jaws out and try to take a big bite of the mama pig there.
Okay. Okay.
So this game has two phases. In the first phase, they are floating down on balloons. And in the second phase, they start out at the bottom and they try to float up on the balloons. So I'm in the second phase
Oh,
here,
okay. Okay.
and there is a boulder up at the top. And if enough wolves float up, then they will try to push that boulder onto the mama pig.
Oh, I got hit. Shoot. So what's the little dots that you can shoot?
The things that they're throwing at you.
No, there's like occasionally there'll be like a heart-looking thing.
Oh yeah, that's a strawberry. That's just a bonus item.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're fruit that you can shoot to get extra points.
Wow, the missile thing is pretty neat. Oh, stop blocking, you stupid wolf.
Yeah, so in the arcade game, the
Oh.
wolves don't start having shields on their balloons until much later in the game. In
Oh,
this
okay.
in this version, they sort of start out with the shield ability, which makes things much tougher. Also, the arc of the meat missile is much more useful in the arcade game.
Oh, poop.
Like in this version, it's hard to hit more than like one or like at most two wolves with the meat missile.
Mm-hmm.
In the arcade game, if they're lined up just right, you can hit like 4 or 5 wolves with the meat missile, and it feels really good.
Okay, yeah.
Also in the arcade game, you can move smoothly up and down. Like you don't have to go in like these steps. Like this version, it feels almost like one of those Tiger handheld electronics games.
Man, that second level's hard.
Yeah, the second level's no slouch.
Dang. Okay. Is there an easier difficulty?
Nope,
Oh, okay. Well.
nope. This is the easy version.
Oh shit.
Yep, you can make the game harder, but
Man, them being able to block your shit really kind of sucks. Oh, man, I got hit.
it does. And in the arcade version, the mama pig is in sort of a basket, and you're safe unless they hit you in the very center of the basket, because their shots can like bounce off of the top and bottom of the basket. So
Oh
you can,
no! Your meat thing. It, it it bounces off the fruit.
yep.
Oh,
I don't think
son.
like it's been a while since I played the arcade version, but I want to say that's not how it worked in that version. I thought that the meat could like was unstoppable basically.
Fudge and fudge and fudge.
Oh, they pushed the boulder on me. Damn.
You jerk! Just fucking holding your shit up the whole time. What a jerky jerk.
Yeah. So I think Pooyan in the arcades was a great game. I think they tried to make a version of it that works for this system, and I don't think they pulled it off very well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And it's hard if you haven't seen the original arcade game to just understand how much worse this is.
Mm.
I would definitely recommend people go look up Pooyan, the arcade game. Just everything about it is better. Like it has some nice jaunty music that plays like throughout the game. It's an actual, fun tune. The wolves, like they don't get shields right from the start. You have to like get a few levels into the game before they start getting that difficult. Um, they don't take nearly as many shots to destroy the shield. I don't think the meat missile bounces off a fruit in the arcade version. The meat missile is easier to use. Like you don't have to press up to grab it. You just sort of automatically pick it up if you move over it.
Mm.
Um Yeah, this game is just kind of a mess compared to the arcade version.
Yeah. Fortunately. Seems that way. Not not super great. I mean it's fun, don't get me wrong, but like it's definitely you can definitely tell that there's things that could be better.
Yep. Like it really does kind of feel like one of those Tiger Electronics handheld games with just how stiff the movement is,
Mm-hmm.
how few positions you actually have. Um like how jerky all of the movement is.
Yeah, I definitely can see what you mean. Yeah, it being a little that it feeling like a Tiger Electronics game. Even kind of sound wise, unfortunately, sounds like one. With just
Yeah,
like
kind of. Like the shot is like an unpleasant beep noise.
the music it plays, I could totally hear that coming out of a Tiger Electronics speaker.
Yeah. Ugh.
There's just no way to prevent one of these damn wolves from getting down.
Yeah. Yeah, like in the arcade version, it is quite possible to not let a single wolf get to the bottom. You have to be quick. You have to aim your shots well. And in this version, it seems like between their shields and just how little control you have over everything,
Mm-hmm.
and how easy it is to get hit. Like the arcade version, you have way smaller of a hitbox. I will say that graphically, at least, it's not a flickery mess.
It is if there's a wolf on the one side and it's on the same level as one of the other things
Oh.
falling. It does start flickering real bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, missed that flippin' wolf.
Yep.
Yeah,
I will.
jerk.
I will say, once the wolves start climbing the wall, they don't attack as much as they do in the arcade version, so it's a little easier to not get hit in that respect.
Yeah.
But it's still a pain to have to constantly keep an eye on that. God, there's already 2 wolves up there? How? Ugh.
Howl indeed.
Awoo!
Fuck you!
Oh. Yeah, and once you hit the second stage and there are more wolves on the screen, it definitely starts flickering more.
Yeah. Oh, you jerk!
Yeah, I don't like playing this version of the game.
Yeah, it's not great.
Ugh.
Okay. Let's put it on the list and call it a day.
You done?
Yep,
Yeah, I think I'm done too.
I'm done.
I'm done with Pooyan.
That's unfortunate.
It is.
It seems like it could be a really fun game.
Yeah, the arcade game is a lot of fun. I recommend people go give that a look. It works well in MAME and everything.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this version of the game, not a success. Just kind of unpleasant all around. Like the controls aren't good, the sound isn't good. It doesn't really look that good.
Yeah.
Like the most you can say about the graphics is that the characters do look like pigs and wolves. Um, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah, and I mean, even that's not. I mean, I guess that is a positive when it comes to an Atari game.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think this one is going to rank very high.
I don't think so either. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's down where we are currently. Mega Race. I mean, it's a little better than that. I think, right?
Yeah, I'd rather play it than Omega Race. Like the sound effects at least aren't just constantly grating.
Yeah.
You do have slightly more control than you do in Omega Race.
I mean, I would say it's better than Sky Skipper.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sky Skipper, it doesn't like you can at least survive a little bit in Pooyan.
Yeah.
You don't die immediately for hitting the edge of an obstacle.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
And it's I mean it's an arcade game, so it's it's one note, but it's not like it's not bland. I mean it has it's cute for what it is, and I mean um it's not horrible to play. I mean it's clear that it's a mediocre port, but it's it's not the worst.
yeah. Yeah, I guess I have to take my heart out of it a little bit because it's not really fair to compare it to the arcade version.
Yeah.
A lot of these arcade ports suffer, and that's just kind of how it is with the limitations of the system.
Was there an arcade
Um,
version? Small tangent, but was there an arcade version of Space Invaders before the home console version?
oh yeah, yeah,
Okay,
Space Invaders.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest arcade games, like sort of in that in between time, like between but after Pong, but before Pac-Man.
Right, 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 right,
Um,
right.
yeah, Space Invaders was it was big, and they did a much better job. Atari did a much better job on the port.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, right, that's right. Because I remember talking about it now. Because the the arcade version's like much. It's like an elongated screen.
right, yeah, it's portrait rather than
Then
landscape.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, so this is a bad port of a good arcade game. It's not a terrible game. It has some redeeming qualities. I mean, it's playable. It's cute. Is it
Yeah,
is
like
it is it better than Space Invaders, or do you think Space Invaders even as
uh, I definitely don't think it surpasses Space Invaders.
okay?
Yeah, Space Invaders is like
Yeah.
it's much more playable. Like I got pretty far in Space Invaders,
Right,
I
right, right.
flipped the scoreboard and it's I mean it's simple, it's repetitive, but the basic action of what you do, feels just so much better than this version of Pooyan. Um yeah, so somewhere between Space Invaders and Sky Skipper, I think.
I'm blanking on what Commando Raid was.
So that's the game where you have the little turret in the middle of the screen and the guys are parachuting down and
Oh, right, right.
they dig tunnels and try to get to your base.
Yeah. Well, that game was.
I
Eh.
I think I would rather play that than this version of Pooyan.
Ooh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like
All
it
right.
kind of sucks, but uh I think it's just more playable than this. Like
Sure.
the basic up and down movement, like there's just so much delay between hitting the button and moving.
Definitely.
Um
Yeah. It's
and
not
you
great.
can you can move in such small, like such very specific steps. Like it's so not smooth. And Commando Raid, the aiming isn't smooth, but it's at least better than Pooyan, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was fine with it anywhere in there. I was trying to decide if I was okay with. I mean, Chase the Chuck Wagon's fine for what it is. So yeah, yeah, I'm cool with that.
So between Sky Skipper and Commando Raid,
Yeah, yeah, it's the new 41. I'm cool with that.
yeah, yeah, I think that. Oops, wrong spot. I think that's where it goes for sure. All right, Pooyan. Well, another top 50 game,
Yeah,
and that'll bring this episode to a close.
yeah. So we have a top 60 now.
Yeah. Um, Not a lot of like super highs or super lows in this episode, which is okay.
Yeah,
Uh, Fantastic Voyage, pretty good for what it was.
I mean, two top 20 games though. I mean, that's still great. I mean, that's some top 30%. That's great.
Yep. And then
3%.
well, we didn't do that well at basic math, so
Hey, speak for yourself. I did fine except for the multiplication.
that's true.
I mean, I got 9 out of 10 on the division. Thank you very much.
Well, at least I didn't bust out a calculator.
I only did it for that one multiplication table. Fine.
It's fine.
I wasn't going to do 88 times 88. I can't do that in my head.
No, no one can. I mean, no one should be expected to. Um, but yeah, basic math just got pushed out of the top 50, which I think makes sense.
That makes sense. I mean, it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be down there with. I mean, education games are gonna be. I mean, they're not all gonna be. What was that one education, like kind of education game that we played that was fine? What was it?
Um, I don't know.
Don't remember either. What was that one? What the hell was it?
I think the only like games that were trying to be educational that we played are basic math and I want my mommy.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, blackjack teaches you how to gamble.
Oh yeah. Maybe it was a game that I just randomly played that we haven't actually.
Oh, the one that we haven't
Oh no,
done the
wait, never
science on
mind.
yet.
Never mind. I'm confusing it with an NES game. Never mind. Anyway,
Ah, okay.
never mind. It was one of the
Well,
early games that Jeff played.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the episode today, folks.
Yep, and I had a pretty good time. Some of
Yeah,
these games not so great.
some of them
I'd
a
say
little challenging to play through.
yeah, Fantastic Voyage and Frontline both pretty pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
Um, could you shout out again who played or who suggested Fantastic Voyage?
absolutely. Thank you very much, Drexelsoft, for the suggestion. Really appreciate the input and the putting that on our radar, as that was definitely not one I had ever heard of before.
Yeah, best game we played this episode.
Yeah. And just to give you a little taste of what's coming up next, the next game that's on the list to be played is Maze Craze, suggested by Aki Stevens.
Ooh, well, I do like a good maze.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Haven't loaded it up yet, so don't know what to expect. So we'll see.
All right. Well, thanks so much for everyone who has suggested games so far. And if you have a game to suggest, just leave one in the comments. And
Absolutely.
we'll be back with you at around the same time next week.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good week.
Yep. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.